Hello, Mariposa Tarot here with your March love reading, pick a card version. So I have 3 piles here for you to look at. I'll go over what each tarot deck is and the corresponding crystal with it. But yeah, I feel like let's figure out March for you. That might be helpful. If you would like to book a personal reading, the link is in the description. Check that out. I also have a TikTok page. Basically, it's in there as well in my profile. But yeah, I'm trying to kickstart my YouTube channel, so I don't have a lot of subscribers. This is very new. I just started doing this month, but I've been doing tarot for a long time, so I just wanted to, go into the YouTube arena. I find that I enjoy those readings better. Personally, and I like doing longer versions of messages and videos and whatever. So for me, it's great because I can, really focus a little bit more, and I'm not rushed by the clock. You know what I mean? But let's get that started. So I'm going to introduce these cards and then ask you to pause so you can reflect on which one is speaking to you. If you feel like more than one pile is, then check out that reading as well. If you're watching that one reading and it just doesn't seem to click, check out the other ones. And if none of them seem to click, it's not your video, which is okay. Come back for another one. I do pick a card readings weekly, and I do every 2 weeks your bi-monthly zodiac. I think I'm gonna make it one video this time, but anyway. But yeah, let's get started. Let's find out what March looks like for you in your love life. Okay, this is pile number 1. This is the Awaken Tarot with a black tourmaline with mica specks and feldspar in there. Whatever. I had to really remember what this crystal was. It took me a while. But it's an oldie for me. I've had it for a very long time, hence probably why I forgot. But anyway, that is pile number 1. Okay. All right, pile number 2 is the Santa Muerte Tarot, and this is a hematite. I really like this. I have a bracelet with polished ones, like tumbles. This is really cool because it's just like cut from the earth, kind of. All right. And the last one is the White Newman Tarot. It's a sacred animal tarot with an onyx crown. So if you were like, I am the queen of all, Queen Bee, then this is maybe your deck. This is a gift. I really think it's cute. But yeah, that is onyx. So go ahead and pause right here, reflect on which deck you would like, and then you can go into the description and there's a timestamp. Hello, pile number 1. This is your March love reading. So I picked already some oracle cards, so I'm going to start there just to kind of get overall messages and then move on to tarot, where we'll kind of finalize your reading. So I hope this is helpful. So I've got a few decks here. I've got the Lover's Oracle, and that card is this one right here, hence the heart. And the message back there is friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. I've got the, I always forget, the Oracle of the Angels. Oh my gosh. I got that card, and that is number 10, Higher Thought, and I will read that. So for this card, it says, sometimes in moments of darkness and despair, all it takes to feel better is a decision to lift our thoughts to a higher, more positive place. Simple actions like seeking the company of an old friend or taking a walk in nature can often help to move us out of a negative perspective. giving us a new vantage point from which to view the current situation. There's an affirmation for this card. With my will to work in the light, I lift up my thoughts to God and to the beauty and simplicity everywhere around me. I accept, I let go, and I welcome the opportunity to discover the positive side of every situation. So, higher vibration thoughts, right? Which is one of the plagues of anxiety, I swear. It's like, higher thought? No way. Let's stay anxious. So this situation might be causing you some anxiety. There seems to be a higher vibration already in this card. The next one I have is from the Energy Oracle, and that is the Healer of the Ages. Okay. Okay, so like I was saying, higher vibration, 5D. I'm thinking 5D with the Healer of the Ages. It's telling me that the higher power, your spirit guides, just the spiritual realm, they're backing you. They have your back. They are trying to send you beautiful, bright light about this situation. And so you might be feeling their presence more and more and more recently. You might be having some spiritual awakenings about this connection. So that's a heavy thought already. It's a heavy situation already. It sounds like it's very powerful. With the last card, I've got the Moonology deck, and this is your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So I'm also getting with the Moonology card this idea of like time, thinking long term. So I'm getting an idea that there is a disconnect in your connection, and it's like, is it backed by, your spirit guides? And then is it giving you a higher vibration, or is it dragging you down? Time seems to be a part of this. The Healer of the Ages. There's this idea of like just long-term energy I'm getting. So I'm looking for people who might be questioning their long-term relationship, whether it's sustainable, whether it can be long-term, or how much more you can stick with it. So the idea is like, if you've been working really hard at, keeping this relationship fresh, trying to find new ways, new strategies to, strengthen the bond between you two, and you just keep getting, you keep getting walls just in front of you. You just can't break through these walls. Every barrier is up. And it's like the string between you and this person is starting to pull, and the thread is loosening up. So it's like about to break. Like it's like you're hanging on to this, but it's like, how much more can I do? So so somebody in this might be a Capricorn, does not have to be. The new moon in Capricorn and is always around the end of the year. So there might have been something going on in November, December in your life, possibly. Somebody may have a May 1st birthday, or 10 might be significant, or even January 5th, or just the number 6. Somebody might be a 6 life path or a 1 life path. Just some confirmations, nothing, serious. If it doesn't apply, it doesn't mean this reading's not for you. But it's just giving me an idea that you are trying to work at this, but it feels like you're doing this by yourself. And you're like, I need support. Like, I need support, please. So if this sounds like your situation, keep watching. We're going to move on into tarot. All right, so I'm going to pull a card for you, card for them and the situation, and then guidance from Spirit. All right, I've already done some shuffling off camera, but this deck is kind of hard to shuffle, so I'm going to do my best. Spirit, can you show me a card for whoever is watching this right now, for my lovely person watching this? Yeah, like I was saying, it's really awkward. Oh, thanks. You got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Yup. Gosh, that sounds right. Card for your person. I got cards. All right, I got to do some covering up here. So more Capricorn energy with the Devil there, and then also the Knight of Pentacles. I could just do that. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Also more Earth energy. There's a lot of Earth in this already with Virgo. And card for the relationship. Thanks. The Seven of Cups. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you've got Strength. Middle of the deck, I've got more Virgo, the Hermit. And at the top of the deck, I've got more Earth. Strength is Leo, so there might be a Capricorn Leo vibe going on here, or Virgo Capricorn, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. My God, these cards are like exactly what I described. So you've got Strength here with the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is like the everything card. You've done it all. You have it all. All your fulfillment, all the hard work is paying off because you did it. You got the house, the car, the kids, all of it. It's just like looking at legacy and building from here and looking towards the future together. With Strength here, that is about a bond. And I was talking about like a string that the thread was loosening up. It was about to break. Strength is about a bond, a strong bond between two people. It also is about self-compassion. There's also confidence, bravery, the whole thing. Having the confidence to either speak your mind about what you feel like is going wrong, having the willpower to, try to make it work, to think of ways to make it work, not give up on it, just like trying to look for that eternity. Okay, and the 8 is on here. You see the eternity above the Empress. That's the Empress and her on her crown. And it's like two people who calm each other, it's like a yin-yang kind of situation. One person might have a lot of masculine energy and one of you might have more of the yin energy, feminine energy, but you're feeling like you're questioning it, whether this is strong enough. Is this long-term energy? Is this like a forever situation? You're doubting it. Meanwhile, your person is very disconnected from you. They're not moving at the same pace. And that's where time comes into this. This person is struggling to overcome maybe some of the, bad decisions from the past. They might have a lot of distraction going on. They're lacking commitment. It's just like they're pussyfooting. They're just like delaying the situation and really kind of they're like kind of pulling their energy away from you. And there's a lot going on internally, but they're like not expressing it with you. Like they're not telling you what the heck is going on. Really frustrating. And it feels like more and more that this person wants to be single. So like you've tried. I feel like all of the effort has been on your side of things. You've tried, but this person just seems to disconnect further and further. For the relationship, there's like this, when do you need to know to know? Like, are you asking for too much? Are you ignoring the red flags? Are you too idealistic about this? You're expecting too much from this, because all the signs are pointing towards this does not have the criteria for long term. Like very, very much lost, very, very one-sided. you know, you might be getting some breadcrumbing, but this person has a lot of, you know, negative, like they're just like dragging you down. You're trying to function positive, higher vibration, you know, looking at connecting with each other. Really, like, it's not about the physical, there's the mental and emotional connection, you know, nurturing the bond of friendship, not just about, you know, this card to me is like, it's us against the world, back to back. I have your back, you have my back. We're going to go to battle together. This is not silos. This is not you over there and me over here. This is together, right? And that seems to be lost. It just seems like your hard work, is it paying off? Is that a message where if you feel like you can't say yes to that, when is it time for you to walk away from this? I want to clarify your person's cards. What is the distraction, Spirit? What is the distraction for this person? The Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, both in reverse, and the Hermit. Ah, but that's interesting. Okay, I've got the Devil and the Lovers in reverse. Both of these cards have Adam and Eve on them, just in different depictions, so that's interesting. Okay, what else? Oh, the Magician in reverse, and top, the Eight of Pentacles. So you've got heavy Gemini energy here, a little bit more Virgo with that Magician as well. Breadcrumbing. I was just talking about that. It's going to take a lot of effort on this person's part. I think the distraction is, it could be work. That could be they are they're workaholics. They're too invested. They're too committed to work, which is causing them to disconnect, and they're lacking any like desire to partner. They're just not making a choice to partner with you, but they're keeping you around. That's not fair. That's just really bad. Like, this person just needs to, they're not emotionally mature. But they are hard workers, and I think they are spending way too much more time on work than working on this connection. Why are you having a difficult, what do you see in this? Like, what is keeping you there? Please clarify the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and Strength for my person watching this. Ah. What is up with all the nakies? Like, I mean, like, hello? What? Huh? You got Judgment there. You've got, oh, there's two versions of this card. One, the unique situation about this is that more of, are you guys nudists? Like, what is happening? There is the LGBTQ version and the hetero version, the straight version, with the Moon in reverse. So that's interesting. I forgot that there was two lovers in this. So more energy here, Leo and Sagittarius and Aries, and Pisces, and more Gemini. Take it or leave it. But yeah, you're trying not to give up on this. The thing is there is a lot of fear-based thinking, that hence the negative thinking, the anxiety. because you really thought that this person was the one, but you're ignoring the red flags a little bit. You're choosing to look the other way and just wanting to give them the benefit of the doubt that they can do this. I feel like you want this more than they do. But they're not helping you by any means. They're definitely giving you hot, cold energy. They're, it's like they see you as, yeah, you're definitely relationship, marriage material, that kind of thing. But this person is incapable, unavailable to give you what you are looking for. But you're hoping that at some point, you will be getting them to see how important this relationship is, and that relationships are more important than work. You're hoping that person will figure it out. What is Spirit's guidance here for you? What can you do about this? What? Got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. And the Ace of Swords. Bottom of the deck, you got the Five of Wands in reverse. You need to examine how much more you are going to put into this. Really examining the reasons why you are hanging on to this. There's a fear of abandonment, a fear of giving up. And these two things are challenges for you. Fear of abandonment, rejection, just losing things. There's a sense of like needing control of something and not knowing when all the effort you put into this is going to amount to nothing. And Spirit really wants you to approach this with that in mind. Like, you are sacrificing a lot for this. How much more do you need to do this? And really having a, straight up, honest conversation about how, about the situation, and letting go of this doesn't mean you're complacent, doesn't mean you've given up. It's setting boundaries. It's saying, this is what I want. If you're able to give this to me, then let's go. If not, I need to move on. I'm not battling with your work. I'm not going to, compete with that. I'm just not. But there is a need to have an emotional conversation explaining all this. I don't know if this is something you've said to this person already, but for whatever reason, Spirit is saying, you need to do that again. You need to revisit that conversation and examine why you're holding on to this, because all the signs are there. All the signs are there that this person is not relationship material right now. Not at the most they can give is casual, and your heart is not meant for that. You deserve exclusivity. You deserve a long-term committed relationship. That is what you desire deep down. So taking breadcrumbs or whatever they can give you because you are in love with them, it's not enough. You don't deserve that, and it'll leave you feeling empty inside. It will leave you more obsessed with the fear of rejection and abandonment, and a lot of resentment, a lot of insecurity. I mean, that will just increase and increase and increase. So a new way of going about this is looking for a relationship that is a friendship more important than anything, that functions in a higher vibration, that is positive. You can be a hard worker. You don't need to only work at work. You can work at your relationships too. There is a balance. If they want to do it, they will, right? It's not really hard, and you're not asking for a lot. But you do need somebody who is emotionally mature, who is self-aware, and is able to be honest with you and say, I can't do this. and let you be. That is respect. That is being kind. But when somebody is breadcrumbing, they're not being kind. So for March, I strongly recommend that you examine the why why abandonment and the fear of losing control is guiding you in this connection. And I think the ball's in your court. I think it is your choice. It's your choice to move on from this, to heal your mind, your body, and your spirit, to look for that connection where your relationship is also a strong bond, a strong friendship. You work together at this. You're releasing control of whatever is going to be, radically accepting that that's what it is. I think that's going to help you. But higher thought, higher vibration, are you functioning in that? Really examine that. What are you most afraid of, and why are you letting it guide you? So kind of a harsh message. It is kind of brutal. But Spirit wants you to know this. So if this is resonating, there's a reason for that. Spirit loves you and wants the best for you and sees your worth, sees how beautiful you are inside and out. You're just a good person who deserves better than whatever this person is giving you. Spirit sees you that way. And I wish you saw what Spirit could see in you, because you deserve so much more than this. You're a kind person. So, like I said, ball's in your court, free will. But I think you definitely need to set some healthy boundaries and assert your needs, okay? If you like a more personal approach to this, link is in the description for personal reading requests. I would love to do that for you. Don't hesitate. That would be great. I would love to help you find more clarity. But otherwise, please take care of yourself. Many blessings to you, and I ask that Spirit washes love, worth, peace and happiness over you, and that you feel it every day. Okay? Much love. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. This is your March love reading. I pulled some oracle cards in advance. I will interpret these, and then we'll move on to tarot to figure out more about your situation. Okay, pile number 2. This is your March love reading. I pulled some oracle cards to get the overall message for your reading so that I can have an idea when we move into tarot. For the first card, this is the Lover's Oracle. There's a message on the back, and it says, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. For the Moonology Oracle, you've got, what do you need to release? Waxing Moon, always a question here. We've got questions here. For the Energy Oracle, I have number 30, the Garden and the Gate. I did get this card in the reversal. It has 2 different messages. So I'm going to show it to you like this, but keeping that in mind. And for the Oracle of the Angels, I've got Learning, number 23. So if any of those numbers mean something to you, by all means, whatever. But the thing that I'm seeing here is opening a door to new possibilities, releasing, letting go. You've got the gateway to the soul, the garden, and the gate. So that's really interesting. What do you need to release? It's like, if you could do anything about your love situation, what would that be? Now, the waning moon is about releasing things, not starting something new. This is when the moon is leaving the fall or the full moon phase, going into the new moon, which is always about, just, like releasing things. It's about reflection. The full moon is about manifestation and asking yourself, what do you want? But the new moon is saying, what don't you want? What do you want to let go of? What do you want to let go of? It's not the time to start something new. It's very possible that you've been in your single phase and you're like, should I start something new? The waiting moon is like, no, hold on. Not right now, not your time. However, there's something else you need to release. There's something in the way, and you have the key. You can open that gate and let it go. Okay. So learning from the situation, trying to find out what is the message here. Why is this happening to me? Why am I going through this? And there's a reluctance to try something new. With the garden, the gate, and reversal, it's like, I don't want to open the gate. Whatever this is, can we just stay here? And Spirit's like, nah, girl, you need to keep moving. This girl here, she's like, okay, so should I, oh, I don't know. I don't think I have the key. Like, she has this, like, kind of sideways look, like, but in it's similar, these two cards are very similar. If you notice, there's like light, there's the sky here, and you've got the trees kind of crowning this energy. It's very similar. I think that's kind of neat. And then you've got the moon back here with also trees on the side. Huh, weird. But not for this card, you're just laying down. But anyway, so we're looking at what do you need to release. So let's get into tarot. Okay, so I've already done some shuffling, but it's always good to kind of shuffle a little bit. So with your situation, I am going to do past, present, future, because we're talking about releasing something. So it will show me what is going on from the past. Spirit, can you show me a card for the past for my pile 2? Thanks. These cards are always hard to read, but I'm like, this is the Six of Wands in reverse, only because I know what that's supposed to look like. Let me just bring that in. Okay. Card for the present, please, for pile 2. Yeah. Oh, okay, so I got 2 cards, not on purpose. Okay, so that's why it's so funny, because this card is like, is that the 6 or the 9? So nobody thought about that when they designed this. But that's the 9 of Wands in reverse, and this is the 6 of Wands. So 6 and 9, interesting. So we're going to take those 2 cards. For the future, please, for pile number 2. And then you've got the 3 of Cups, 3, 6, 9. What? Bottom of the deck, you've got the 4 of Pentacles. Middle of the deck, you've got Temperance. More 4s, too. And the top of the deck, you've got the Page of Wands. So you've got a lot of fire here. A lot of fire. These cards cannot fit it more than they do. Like, it makes so much sense. So earlier, because like I was saying, I can barely read these cards, I saw this card as the 6 of Swords. It's the 9 of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can't count. I'm good at other things. Math is not it. But you've got the 9 and the 9. So you got 2 9s there. You've got a 6 and a 4. You got a 3. So it's like still 3, 6. I mean, 6 is kind of there here. Yeah, so 3, 6, 9. That seems to be a combination that might matter to you. But anyway, so these cards can still have a, like, they still match what we were looking at in the Oracle. So I can't speak. But you've got in the past the 6 of Wands in reverse with the 4 Pentacles here. And now I'm like doubting myself about the 6. Who made these? Okay, there are definitely 6. That is the 9, right? Right? Oh, God, help me. Yes. Okay, yeah, because the 9. Okay. Sorry. I need to rate whoever did this. All right. So with the Six of Wands and the Four of Pentacles here, it's like knowing when to see this as, all right, I should probably just give this up. So the releasing thing, the Four of Pentacles, it's like you're holding on to your there's a lot of emotional attachment, and knowing when to be vulnerable, who to be vulnerable with, and knowing when that this is not working. So there was something in the past that maybe failed. It just didn't work out, and you gave your all, and it was crushed. Very possible that that's what happened. The Six of Wands is generally somebody who's won a battle. In reverse, I read that as just not right now. You have a potential to win that battle, but there's work to do. So the future, yes, more work to do, more to learn from this. There's a lot of learning that has been applied here. For the present, you've got, like I said, the Nine of Wands with the Nine of Swords. Right now, it's like you're trying to find balance. You're trying to be patient with this process. With Temperance here, you're just like, what is healthy for me? What, do I need to, one, not just be patient with the process, but is waiting and just accepting what may come, is that something I can do? Because I'm getting tired. I'm really tired. I'm about to give up on my love life. And it takes time. But it's causing you a lot of anxiety. You're not trusting your heart. Your anxiety is controlling this narrative. Remember, the answer dwells in your heart, which feels illogical because sometimes that's emotions. But you're thinking too much about it. You're not really trusting your instincts, your intuition about this. And I think your intuition is saying, I've got to let go of the past. It did not work. The future is here, right? So in the future, you've got the Three of Cups with the Page of Wands. And that to me is saying, get out there. Commingle. Go into your community. Make friends. Socialize. Just have fun. Get on your swing and just swing. You're not going anywhere. You're just swinging, just staying where you are and just enjoying and searching and enjoying that, fun. Okay. So it's looking like if we are able to learn from whatever happened in the past, reconcile the present, the future looks good. And this seems to be for the singles. Either you recently got out of something or you're thinking about it. Yeah. Opening the gate, Let's clarify the past. The Six of Wands with, okay, you got the Lovers in reverse. Okay, you got Gemini energy there. With the Queen of Cups in reverse, Cancer, and the Hierophant, Taurus in reverse. So, this is heavy. So yes, there was an ending. There must have been maybe a divorce or something. We let it go, but it was very painful. You put so much of your soul into this connection, but whatever was happening, it just wasn't working. You guys were not aligned. One, you might have ended things because you were not getting emotional connection. It was a nasty ending. This is for real rough ending of a relationship. It's possible there might have been infidelity. But let's put it this way. It was not in a high vibration. It was dragging you down. It was very painful. You gave it your all. And now it's time to let that go. This here is what's causing your hesitation to be vulnerable, presently and in the future. So there's some releasing of this. We need to do some serious releasing, meditation, manifestation, just really radically accepting that that is over, that is done. I have got to learn how not to let it control me. But it takes, yeah, you're right, time. No, my cat, oh my God. I have no temperance with my cats. Sorry. Do you not see Mama working? Sorry. Cats. Do you have cats? Maybe that's... Why am I such a mess today? Oh my God. Well, this came out. It was the only one. The Magician in reverse. My Lord. Okay. Sorry. Maybe that is like a sign that things have just been chaotic for you. Because they have been for me. Just this moment. All right, let's clarify more for the present. You've got the 10 of Wands in reverse, and then you've got the 8 of Wands. Lots of fire. And you got Gemini again, Gemini energy, a little bit of Virgo. You don't know what you want. You really don't know. And I think that's why right now, letting go before you go out there, you need to know what it is that you want. You need your confidence to do that. You got to release whatever baggage, whatever heaviness is weighing over you. I see you meditating a lot. A lot of silence. We need silence. We need peace. And we need patience. We need balance. Everything in due time. Okay? There is no rush. The 8 of Wands is somebody who wants to get out there and just go get whatever it is they want. They don't care. That urgency is coming from anxiety, and it's coming from the fear of failure, of like losing something, wasting your time on someone. That's the anxiety you're feeling. You haven't wasted time. This was a learning opportunity. Remember, learning. What did this situation teach you? One is to trust your heart. Trust your intuition. You knew from the get that this was not meant to be for long term. It was meant to happen to teach you what you want moving forward. If you're able to identify what those lessons are, the future looks really good. It looks fun. It looks fun. So what's Spirit's guidance for the future? Or just in general. You've got the 5 of Wands in reverse. What in the world? The Tower. The Knight of Pentacles. What's at the bottom? The 1 of Swords in reverse. The Ace of Swords. I've never said that before. The 1. What is going on with me? Oh my God. So you got more fire, Aries, and also Scorpio and Virgo. Okay. So, because we got a Court card, there is potential for a long-term relationship with somebody you might see as like casual, like friends. Somebody already in your life who might has Virgoan traits, Aries or Scorpio, but this situation, I feel like you never thought about it. Like, not in a million years, is what I just heard. There's no way. And it's possibly because this person has been dating somebody else for a while, or they're dating people that are nothing like you. And you just never saw them like that. but it's very possible that this person will surprise you and reveal a lot about what they've been thinking, and they're waiting for the right, time to do it. They're waiting for you to open the gate and to walk through, to release. So there's something you need to let go in order to bring into your life. That's the lesson, right? But this person, and I'm going to give you some characteristics to see if it aligns with somebody you already know. They come off very loyal, sometimes quiet, hardworking, monogamous, intelligent, serious, financially stable, willing to go the long-term route, marriage material, essentially, but they might just be a little straight-laced. Like, the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that's not moving. He's the one just like sitting on his horse waiting for you. Very patient. The Knight of Pentacles requires a lot of patience to be around them, but they are very patient. They're not in a rush. They have been waiting. They're good at being. Patience is a virtue they're able to do. They might not compete with they may not be competitive. They might not get jealous. They might not be a jealous type. They might just be like, whatever, dude, do you care or not? I don't care. If you like it, you like. They have this c'est la vie, like they're very radically accepting of things. Like that just wasn't going to work out. Like they're just like shrug, moving on. Like somehow they can let things go and you're the opposite. You're like, how do you do that? How do you do that? And this person just doesn't let things get to them, which can come off really frustrating for some people. But it's going to be shocking. And so sometimes this person could be very surprising. Like you would not see this coming. You would be like, what? No way. Okay, I thought I knew everything. I know nothing. Jon Snow, Game of Thrones. I know nothing. I did not know this person was waiting for me. So there's somebody in your orbit in the future who is waiting for you to do all of this work, to come right in and open that, to walk through that gate. If you just open the door, if you just let it happen. That's exciting. That's really exciting. For some reason, I was told to do this. So 8 of Swords in reverse. Control that anxiety. If you are talking yourself out of doing things, you got to examine that. There is fear-based thinking, fear of trying new things, of going for it, something you've never done before, and it's just like too scary. The time after you release is to try that. Okay, try to push your boundaries, try to explore a little bit more, having fun with this, but this person is waiting. They're waiting. So you might know who that is. You may not, because you got the Tower here, so it might just shake things up. You may not even know about this, but that's exciting. That's kind of fun. So Santa Muerte. So that is Saint Death, essentially. Death of things, rebirth, letting things go. Something is done. It's done. New cycle, transformation into something new. So it's interesting. That is the name of this deck. So interesting. All of it aligns. So I hope this resonates with you. Please only take what does and leave the rest. If you would like to dig further and would like to order a personal reading, the link is in the description. I would love to do that. And it can be more personal and really align with your energy specifically, and just dig more into that, because you're getting a little bit of this, but it would be nice to kind of go into it. So that is a possibility. Absolutely. I hope this helped. I think it's very encouraging. I think Spirit is just letting you organically figure this out. It's about lessons, silver linings. What can I take away from this? What do I need to let go of? And what can I bring into my life if I allow myself to be vulnerable? And in time. All right. I ask that Spirit washes love, warmth, peace, and happiness over you, and that you feel it every day. Many blessings to you. Take care of yourself. Protect your heart. Just vulnerability doesn't have to be that scary. You can put yourself out there if you are emotionally, mentally, and physically ready to do that. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is your March love reading. I've pulled some oracle for you to get started, to kind of get the overall theme, and then we'll move on to tarot. So, first card is the Lover's Oracle. It says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. The next one is the Moonology Oracle, and it is your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. The Energy Oracle is number 7, Community. Came out in reversal, but I'll show it to you like that so you can see it. It's kind of like the 3 of Cups in tarot. And then from the Oracle of the Angels, you've got number 29, Awakening. So some of these, if 7 or 29 mean anything to you, or Taurus, they don't have to, but that's just you know, an idea. So maybe February 9th could be somebody's birthday, or 7 life path number. But anyway, what I'm getting a little bit of this is this sense of truth, of needing facts, because practicality is also about being logical and not, you know, totally about thinking. It's more about, well, like, not that like what you think, oh, it's based off of like, you know, your opinion, but we're looking for facts. And this card and this card both talk about true. This card has an affirmation, and I wish I knew it by heart, but I can't. So, but the affirmation for this is, I open my heart and spread my wings toward what is true. I lift my thoughts toward spirit, nature, and beauty. May the spiritual consciousness in me awaken in love and in wisdom. So be it. So it's about like the aha, but from a higher vibration. So you might be going through some type of spiritual awakening, and you might be battling some loneliness as well. And so you might be in a community, but you feel alone, which that is true loneliness. So with your dreams need a practical plan, that card is really literally how it sounds. It's like, be pragmatic, not too pragmatic, but like, you know, yes, instincts generally are the way to go. But why am I dropping everything? Are you clumsy? Like, what is happening? This card says, jealousy or envy create negative energy and attract negativity. It's about getting grounded, working through negative feelings, and also your confidence. So it's also about laws of attraction. So, you know, what are you attracting? Are you attracting negativity? I'm dropping everything. It also tells you to write 10 wonderful things about you. You're probably like, ugh. But why do you feel so lonely? And is it maybe because you're around people who don't think like you, who are not like you, who are very different, or you have conflict with? and you feel like you're trying to fit into some role they want you in, and you're just like, oh, should I, okay. No, do what is true to you. But truth, transparency, honesty, the realness, that's what is coming forward. And it's that awakening of like, I want to do what makes me happy. I want to be with who makes me happy. I don't want to like guilt run my life. And I need to be myself within my community, right? Accept me. If I accept you, accept me. So there's this sense of like disconnect. There's a need to attract what is good. So this could very well be a situation where you are starting to identify what type of partner you want. And in March, that might become more aware. It might come to you. So let's get into tarot. Okay, so I already did shuffling off camera, but let me do that a little bit. So for this situation, I'm trying to think of what is going on here. Trying to think what can I do? Your card spread. Should I do situation, action, outcome, or you, another person, and the relationship? I'm going to do situation, action, outcome. That seems to be right. Okay, Spirit, show me a card. For the action for pile number 3, the Devil. Got Capricornian energy here. Card for action. The Lovers, which generally has similar depictions. So you have Adam and Eve naked in front of either the devil or I think it's Raphael. And the devil is restricting them, making them think they can't do something, or they're not capable of doing something, or they can't let go of the vices that keep them down. And the Lovers is like choice. It's about choice and independence, making decisions for yourself and dealing with the consequences. Situation for the outcome. Card for the outcome for pile number 3. Thanks. King of Pentacles, more Taurus energy. There might be either a Capricorn, Gemini, Virgo, or Taurus. So a lot of earth here. Bottom of the deck, you've got Temperance in reverse. So we also got Sagittarius. Middle of the deck, you've got the 2 of Wands. Interesting. And at the top, you got the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. More Capricorn. Holy moly moly. That's wild. That is wild. So you've got counterparts here. Very divinely guided here, I feel like. Which means divinely guided connection in the future. Somebody who gets you. So here's the situation. Knowing when to let go. Knowing when to trust your, trust your decisions based off of what you want. Knowing what you want, being realistic about it, and not letting, insecurity or low self-esteem to run the show. Not letting negative thoughts be the decision maker. For the action, making a choice, but choosing to look for it. Don't wait for it to come to you. You have to pursue it. You have to know what it is. The ball's in your court. The world is in your hands. The world is your oyster. But if you stand there and just wait for it to come to you, it's not like these two who are just like chilling. Because then this match made in heaven will make sense. And the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles just vibe. They are match made in heaven. They're both very pragmatic. Okay. Your dreams need practicality. They're both financially stable. They are both generous, intelligent, loving, kind. Don't get caught up in the nonsense. Like nothing affects them. They're just like, can't be bothered. You do you, boo. Very confident energy, but because they know they are good, they know they are true. They are who they are, and they don't apologize for it. And that's what we're talking about here. So let me clarify the situation here. Two of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So, okay. Yeah, you know, the guilt thing makes you do nothing. I think there's a fear that if you do something wrong, that you'll never live it down. I think that's loneliness talking. That's the ego talking. You might be battling this from, you might be obsessed. You're having obsessive thoughts about this, but doing nothing about it. You're stuck. So spinning in your wheels, essentially, not really knowing how to go about this. Is it right for me? Should I take a step back? Should I work towards something else? Because you need a plan, and there's a lot of indecision here. There's a lot of what ifs playing around in your head. Well, what if I do it this way? Well, what if they break my heart? Well, what if I go there and then it's like, what if I meet the wrong? So you're self-sabotaging. You're chaining yourself up. You are restricting yourself, but you're believing that you can't do what it is. You are not attracting what you deserve. You're actually detracting. You are creating barriers yourself. Okay, and it's all about what? Pursuing, going after what you want. The action is to know what kind of partner you want. What are you attracting? Clarify, please, the Lovers and the Two of Wands. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Cups in reverse. I had a feeling that was going to come out. And the Five of Swords in reverse. I just knew it. I knew that card was coming out. Okay. Do I know what I want? Am I choosing the right things? Because I'm going to get my heart broken. I'm going to put all this effort into it. You're telling me I have to go pursue this? Ugh. Rather not. Well, how would you know? If you're immediately thinking, oh, this is going to be a disaster, or I'm not going to attract what I want, then okay. Then the spiritual, your spirit guide, spirit are going, okay, well, let's just stay in the craziness if that's what you want to do. Have at it. But it does take effort on your part. And it takes bravery, takes confidence, but it's not about what you think you should do. What does your heart tell you? Because maybe your type in the past was not supposed to be your type. All right. The couple that I described for the outcome. Look at them. They're confident. They don't need reassurance. They prepare. That's why they plan things out. That's why they seem so calm. Because they are. They're confident that they made the right choice in a partner, right choices, decisions. They are confident in the decisions they've made because it's led them to where they are now. But they had to make those decisions. They had to do the work. They had to put themselves out there. They had to confront rejection. Sucks, but you know, that's what it's yelling. That's what it's telling me here. So it's like the ball is in your court. The decisions are yours. You know, you think that going out, you know, pursuing whatever you're looking for in a partner is unrealistic and impulsive. Who said that? Who said that? Who did that? Who did that to you? Who convinced you of that? Who was that? Okay. It's your choice. But you have to know what that is, and you have to attract it. The only way you get what you want is you put work into it. That's the only way you get rewarded by spirit. You can't just wait for them to come to you and you're, you know, on the couch watching TV and they're just going to come knocking at your door. It's not how it works. You gotta be brave. And that could be something you've never done. You know, what's Spirit's additional guidance here? 8 of Wands in reverse. 7 of Wands in reverse. Oh my Lord. I picked the worst cards. The High Priestess in reverse, and bottom of the deck, the 4 of Wands. You got Cancer energy here. Okay, so. Okay, so you got the Awakening. So, trusting your intuition is probably something that's going to be very hard for you to do. Being vulnerable is going to be very hard. Being open with somebody emotionally going to be a little hard for you. Like I said, you feel lonely. You feel like you're misunderstood. You're judged unfairly. And that's possibly what's pushed you away from pursuing what it is you want. But you are looking for your home. So whatever this connection is that you are going to find, if you do the work, it's going to lead to stability, to like happily ever after together, a union. It's just happening. A celebration of two people coming together, building something beautiful together, enjoying life together, making decisions together, not you just kind of being on your own, not feeling alone, feeling protected, cared for, loved, made to feel confident, attracting the good stuff. You need to attract the good stuff. And a lot of your thoughts have been very negative. So what does that do? It attracts more negativity. That's what your dreams need a practical plan card said. You keep thinking negative, you keep getting negative. But believing that that person is out there is not enough. Attracting it by doing things about it. By separating yourself from whatever community that you're in right now that makes you feel lonely, that's not your community. That's not it. You need a better community. You need to put yourself out there. You need to network. You need to search. You need to explore. Don't wait for it to come to you. Go after it. You got the huge crystal ball up here, just, you know, crown chakra going crazy, having that aha, enlightenment kind of thing. But it takes effort to get there, to know what that is. So before you accepted what came your way. Now, you got to do the work. You got to go out there. It's interesting. You got the 7878. Somebody might be born in 1978, specifically April. And if that's the case, that definitely aligns with Taurus. Interesting. It would be late April, but just feels very much Taurin. But Taurin is like, they're confident. Taurins are generally, easygoing until you try to come after them. Then it's a different story. But don't, what is it? Don't try to, what is it? You're going to get the horns if you mess around with the bull, basically. But they're just, go-getters, and get busy, get grounded. It's about getting grounded, knowing who you are, truly who you are, being okay expressing who that is. And when that version of you is out there attracting good things because you're going after it, you're pursuing it, you're thinking positively, you're being confident, you're in the driver's seat, and that will attract something amazing. But it does require you to be vulnerable. It's scary, isn't it? So I think the future looks amazing to you, but you have work to get there. Somebody is waiting. Somebody amazing who gets you. Wouldn't that feel great? Somebody just gets you. They just know you. They love you. They love the way you are. Don't change anything about you. You're amazing. You don't need to fit in. You do. It's not a matter of like, do I? No. You are going to find your missing puzzle piece. However, you got to know how to do it and trust the process. Going after it, pursuing it. It is up to you. You do not have to wait for it to come to you. You do not have to accept status quo. You deserve better, and you deserve to feel connected with someone. Right now, you feel very alone, very isolated. Even if you're surrounded by a bunch of people, you just don't feel like seen. So that energy is what's keeping you stuck. So lots of work to do, lots of exploration. Look into law of attraction. Pay attention to your negative thoughts. Pay attention to how much you say I can't, or anything related to I cannot. Like, no, that wouldn't happen. Like, all that negative thinking is just keeping you down, right? We want you to be grounded, but not down. That's different, right? Being assured, self-assured. So if this reading resonated and you would like to learn more, you can order a personal reading. The link is in the description. I post, like I said earlier, readings weekly, so come back, hit subscribe. That would be great. You don't have to, but yay, if you like it, that would be awesome. Like I said, I'm starting this, so anyway, but yes, I hope this helped. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If this reading sort of fit and you're looking for something else, maybe the other two readings might be, might resonate a little bit. Reading 2 is very similar. So try that. I don't know, but you deserve more. You deserve better, but you have to go get it. So this is the message. If you've been wondering, should I? Spirit's saying yes. With discernment. Okay? Many blessings to you as that Spirit washes love, warmth, peace, and happiness over you. Protect your heart. Love you for you. Okay? Be true to yourself. Bye.